The devil is using the wearing of artificial hairs to possess many with the spirit of pride, lust, and rebelliousness. The source of the hairs plays a major role in the process of being filled with the spirit of the devil. Countries like Brazil, China, and India all make sacrifices to their gods occasionally, and what they use is their hairs. In the country of India, how hairs are collected is that it is shaved off women's head. It is a tradition for the women to offer their hairs in the temple as a sacrifice to the gods that they serve. They believe that when they shave off their hair, it represents removing sickness, sins, bad blessings, and other evil attachment in their lives. These hairs pass through a lot of spiritual process to their gods for acceptance.
Hi YouTube, it's your girl Trinity, and as you can see from the title, we're gonna get a little serious here. I'm seeing constant videos, constant pictures. I'm seeing hair influencers with a lot of hair but no edges. Mad hair for days but no edges. I'm also starting to see in real life where women who they'll usually wear wigs, when they don't have their wigs on, the personalities are different. Now, after this video, I'm not going to say that I'm never going to wear a wig again. I'm just wanting to understand why it is so hard for women to stop wearing wigs. Now, I'm going to point this out. It's not just black women who wear wigs. Let's get that clear. It's not just black women who wear wigs. Women of every race wear wigs. Wear extensions, clip-ins, micro-links, weaves, ponytails, closures, all of that. It's only obvious when black women are wearing wigs because majority of the time we're wearing wigs that do not actually match our hair texture, our hair types, so on and so forth. But we gonna clear that air right now. It is not just black women who are wearing wigs. But I will add this though. Yes, we are the target market when it comes to wigs, when it comes to people in different countries selling wigs, selling their hair to make profit off of it, because I've seen plenty of things like this one where it's saying wigs specifically for black women, or as you watched in the video before my intro, it talked about how a lot of these wig makers, or a lot of Peruvian and Indian and Malaysian and all these different types of hair, they are being sacrificed. I was wondering, why are wearing wigs so addicting? So my story, I've been wearing wigs since I was in like the 9th grade. I didn't know much about my hair just yet because I had locks since I was in like the 1st, 2nd grade. And I was able to take them out in like the 7th or 8th grade. So I was still trying to learn this natural hair thing and the significance of it. My mom, she had locks. She's always had locks. I can't remember the last time my mother didn't have locks. So I didn't know much about the natural hair journey. Not only that, but the women in my family also wore wigs, or they wore braids, or they always wore their hair straightened, or, you know, so it was like, as far as the curly, the natural hair, whatever, I didn't really get to understand how that worked. So one time, it was in, I want to say the 8th grade, and one time I was wearing these really cute purple braids. If I can find the picture, which I'm probably not going to be able to, but if I can find the picture, I will. And I was wearing these really cute purple braids. It was so cute. Child, I took them braids out and my hair came out with it. Ah! Oh my God. And when I say my hair, usually people be like, that's shedding. Girl, no. I know the difference between shedding and your hair falling out. Like that I did know. If nothing else, I knew that. And so I go to wash my hair, and clumps and chunks of my hair are coming out as I'm trying to like wash and take my fingers out of my hair. Oh my God! Okay, all right. Clumps and chunks of my hair are coming out. And so I didn't know much about what to do after that. I'm being a little slow. So I decided to be extra slow, and I flat ironed my hair. Bruh. And next thing you know, my hair is super thin. My hair is extremely thin. I'm feeling like the girls that used to try to bully me, you know, with the East Side ponytails, their hair would always be straight and thin, but they'd have it like at the top of their head, and they eat hot Cheetos for breakfast waiting for the next girl to bully. That's who I felt like. I felt just like them. It was so embarrassing. So when high school came, when 9th grade came, my hair was still thin, and I'm like, I'm not going to high school with thin hair. So my mom brought up the idea to wear wigs, and that's how my journey began. that's how everything began. I decided to start wearing wigs. Now, I'm gonna put many pictures of all the different types of wigs that I have worn. I have worn them from straight to curly to colored to bobs. Bobs are my favorite. You got the bang. I've worn wigs from all types. And it was just so hard for me later on down the line to understand why it was so difficult to stop wearing them. Now, I wasn't the type, you ever known or met or worked with or been related to somebody who, when they don't got a wig on, they're humble, they're nice, they're sweet, they're genuine, they're great to talk to. And then as soon as they get their lace laid and slayed and melted, they're a whole different person. They're rude, they're arrogant, they're kind of cocky, they don't want to smile, they, want to mean mug people. Am I the only one? This is Atlanta, so there's plenty of people like that. I got plenty of examples like that. But that's not how I was. However, I was insecure when I didn't have a wig on. You feel almost kind of naked in a way without it. That's how I would feel. And when I would have it on, then I'd be like, oh my gosh, the baddie is back.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. She's back.
The baddie is back. And I'm like in there, like swimwear. As I got older, I was able to learn how to melt my laces and how to lay them and slay them. And I was able to afford, human hair and things of that nature, spending money. Tons of money for these expensive wigs that were not really lasting me that long. When I see on social media, I know that a lot of people are like hair influencers. Like they get paid or whatever, but they're influencing people who aren't getting paid. And so people who aren't getting paid are spending a lot of their money. Mind you, ain't nobody forcing nobody. Let me add that in there. No one is forcing these people to spend a bag on a wig after they saw somebody who got that same wig for free. These influencers are getting wigs. A lot of them, majority of them, are getting wigs for free and telling you use my code to get this, and you're spending a lot of money being influenced by somebody who got it for free. And I'm also seeing women losing their edges. I am seeing women left and right have hair for days and no edges, or they have that really light tan mark across the top of their hairline, and it looks crazy. I am a victim of losing, my edges. They've grown back or whatever, but I am a victim of that. And a lot of people say, oh, it's because that person has alopecia. These wigs are causing that. A lot of these wigs are causing what is called traction alopecia. Can you get traction alopecia from wearing wigs? Yes. Wearing wigs can lead to traction alopecia, a condition that can cause hair loss. Wigs that are too tight, requiring glue or bonding, or have synthetic bands can all cause traction alopecia, especially for people with sensitive skin. That's me. I definitely have sensitive skin. Wearing a wig that traps heat and sweat can also irritate the scalp, which can lead to other conditions like dandruff and folliculitis. I think that's how you say it. But yes, so when I'm seeing women who are losing their edges, it is because their addiction to wearing wigs.
I want some crack!
I know that there are plenty of women out there here that feel sexy with and without a wig. I've grown into that confidence. I'm finally there. But there are women, grown women, not just teenage girls, but there are grown women out here who you will not see them without a wig on. And if they do not have a wig on, they are looking down, they are shrinking themselves, they are making themselves small, and they do not feel pretty without them. And so that's why I had to try to figure out what it was. A lot of these wigs with the Brazilian, the Peruvian, the Indian, so on and so forth, they are doing rituals with their hair. So while we're thinking, oh, this is just for style, for them, they are sacrificing their hair to gods, all right? And if you someone like me, the only God you believe in is the Lord Jesus Christ, you know that them rituals and stuff are nothing to play with, okay? Them are not jokes, them are not games. They are something to take very, 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 very serious. And so it's very understandable now, seeing as to why it is so hard for women to stop wearing wigs. You ever see somebody when they don't have their wig on and they're doing like a video and they're like, sorry you guys, I look like a bald head, whatever, or don't mind my bald head. Like they're kind of like bashing themselves. You ever seen that? Or like for instance, when they do it when it comes to makeup, they're like, sorry y'all, I look like a naked mole rat, forgive me. Like, girl, that's your natural face. Why are you talking about yourself like that? We are becoming very spiritually bonded to these wigs and these weaves and these clip-ins and these, don't get me wrong, they look fly. They look real good. They look damn good. but it becomes bad when you no longer find yourself to be beautiful without it. That's when it becomes bad. I would have the biggest issue going into public with my real hair because I didn't feel like it was mixed enough or whatever. I didn't feel like it was mixed enough. And I've seen, you know, where a lot of black men are like, oh, we're like tired of women wearing wigs or whatever. We want y'all to wear your natural hair. But a lot of men, black men who are asking and wanting black women to wear wigs, they are referring to women with looser curls. Not all. And so that's why I would genuinely feel embarrassed because I'm like, oh, you know, black men, they are wanting black women to wear their natural hair, but they're wanting black women who have the loose curly hair. They're not really looking for the women who have hair like Lupita Nyong'o. They're not looking for the women with the thick, coarse, kinky, tight, shrinkage, no joke. They're not really looking for them. That's what I'm thinking. So that's why it would just be like, oh, you know, black men aren't really paying attention. I would notice the different types of attention that I would get when I did wear wigs. When I would wear my real hair, I didn't get very much attention. When I put a wig on, honey, that's when I got all the attention in the world. And that attention, people can lie to themselves all they want, but that attention can become very addicting.
I want some crack!
And so when it comes to wearing the wigs can become addicting because you're like, oh my gosh, I feel genuinely beautiful constantly wearing these wigs because people are actually paying attention to me. I feel seen. And when I don't have it on, I feel ugly. And that's something that we have to work on. It's causing us to lose our edges. I'm like I said, after this video, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm never gonna wear a wig again. I'm not gonna sit here and say that. I can honestly say that I know I'm fine without a wig. Ladies, can you say you know you fine without a wig? That's the question. Once you start having a hard time feeling beautiful and attractive and all these things, and you start feeling small or whatever without the wig, that's when it becomes a problem. Take a break. Take a break, honey. Take a break. All right, it's okay. And I know that social media has, you know, kind of made that, you know, when you see everybody with they weave laid and slayed and everyone is being a baddie, everyone call a baddie, and it's like, damn, I want to be a baddie too. But little do you understand that you're a baddie with your real hair out. Little do a lot of people fail to understand, and it took me a while to understand that. Like, oh, okay, I'm a baddie with my real hair. And that's what you are as well. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video because the wig addiction is very, 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 very real. It's very real. You know you're addicted to a wig when you don't feel confident in your real hair. That's when you know you're addicted to wigs. So I would definitely think about that. And I just had to make this video because I'm seeing women and their edges just gone. Edges just gone. And I have a very sensitive scalp. People can also say, oh, what about when you wear caps and stuff? The caps, the fabric of those caps rubbing against your scalp can also cause traction or friction against your hair. Those don't help either. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just get my hair a break. Let me just get my hair a break. And I've been loving it. And I think once you do it over and over and over and over again, it eventually gets easier. And you're eventually like, shoot. You might even be like, I don't want to wear wigs no more. That ain't me just yet, honey. I ain't there yet. But I'm just saying. Like that might be where you get to, that point where you get to. Because there are days that I don't think that natural hair is hard to do, but it takes a lot of time. I don't think that my natural hair is hard at all. I don't think that it's difficult. I think that it just takes a lot of time. So there may be a day or a week, say it's that time of the month, and I want to do a little bit more sleeping in, just a little bit. And I want it to take only 10 seconds for my hair to be done. That's when a wig does come in handy. That's when a wig does come in handy. Say, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. I want it to only take 10 seconds to do my hair. That's when I will throw a wig on and we call it a day. But I know that I can take it off and still be as beautiful. That's the part that we're trying to get to. I hope this video was relatable. I hope that it was something that you can connect to, ladies, because I know a lot of us, we have a hard time letting go of the wigs, y'all. But as you can see, it's like we're like spiritually tied to them, where we gotta have them, and it's definitely a problem. But I hope you like this video. I hope that you like, comment, and subscribe. I hope to see you next time. Bye.